Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. This episode is brought to you by Drowsy. Not to make this about me, but anyone who's ever met me can attest that I have trouble sleeping. I basically need to send a prayer to the gods and sacrifice my firstborn just to get some shut-eye. And I definitely cannot sleep without an eye mask. Drowsy is the perfect eye mask. Drowsy eye mask blocks 100% of sleep-interrupting light. Slip into the Drowsy sleep cocoon and pillow your eyes with the purest padded silk, perfect for protecting your skin and hair. Unlike your average sleep mask, Drowsy's double lining and fluffy cloud padding blocks even the tiniest ray of light. This way, you're ready to wake up feeling refreshed. Go to us.drowsysleepco.com/firepitchat and use promo code FIREPITCHAT for 10% off for your perfect sleep. And again, that's us.drowsysleepco.com/firepitchat. I'm still using my Drowsy every single night.
You didn't tell me that after you wash it, it gets fluffier.
Oh, yes. That's it. I just washed mine today, actually. And that's a huge plus. It's a pillow on your...
It literally like expanded.
It's so
and
nice.
I'm like...
And also when I put it around, it kind of covers my ears a little bit, which I love.
No.
Because it's a little bit of sound block too.
Okay. When I was on my flight, I don't know if... Okay, first of all, I saw a video of someone who opened the exit window.
Oh, I also saw that video.
Oh my God, on a plane. So they moved me to an exit. I did not subscribe to that.
You said, take me out of the exit?
No, one, they changed it literally as I'm clicking in. Like I picked my skin. I picked my seat. I upgraded. I paid miles for my exact seat, and then they moved me. And I was like, see how everything just goes back to it's your husband's fault?
Totally.
I'm walking to get McDonald's at 9 p.m. all the way on the other side of the airport because Mike needed it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Mike, my thing just changed to an exit. I don't want to go there. And he was like, you'll be fine. I need McDonald's. I'm like, I think I should go back to the gate. Didn't go back to the gate. We were on separate flights. I'm on the exit row. Anyway, I swear there was like a crack or something. The plane was 30 degrees, dude. Like, if freezing. It wasn't for the eye mask covering my fucking ears.
Were you in that window though?
I was right by the exit row. So
the windows have such a draft, and especially by the exit doors. Yeah.
My God. The guy next to me, he literally had a tag that said 2 million miles. Like he was a frequent flyer.
Oh, wow.
And he had his blazer. He had his coat. He literally kept going to his bag to go get his shit.
Oh, wow.
It was the most brutal flight I've ever been on because it was so cold.
Yeah.
But the Drowsy covered, like, this part of my face was warm because of the fucking Drowsy eye mask. So that it's probably how I survived, and I'm here to tell the tale.
Yeah, because or else you would have had frostbite on your ears.
I would have lost both my ears. Yeah. Like I would
and then you'd lose this podcast too.
I have to watch those fucking captions. But honestly, like I wouldn't have missed much on this episode.
I know it was kind of a sleeper. All is forgiven.
But do you think like this week is gonna be boring?
Yeah.
And then all the weeks after?
I'm like, I hate to say it, but yeah. Because what's gonna happen? I'll tell you right now. Ella and Tyreek are just going to be like making out in a corner. They were barely in this episode, and they brought half the entertainment just themselves. So that's done. Molly and Zach will continue to be nothing burgers in the corner.
Yeah, gross.
Every time they interact, it's a little bit cringe.
Oh my God, when I see them like slow make out, like, is this on slow-mo?
Ew. And in their convo tonight, how many times could Molly say, do you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if he knows what you mean because he actually hasn't said anything.
No, I know. It was like she was trying to be like, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? She's like, know what I mean? Know what I mean? And she was doing one of those things where you're saying what you want, but you're like acting like the other girls are telling you that. The other girls are wanting me to say we're closed off. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, Molly,
right,
you want him
right.
say we're closed off. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Like, the other girls think that we should be in a relationship. That's so weird, right?
Do you know what I mean?
So true. I hated that combo.
It was like a fishing expedition. It was so cringe.
And you're never going to get that out of Zach.
No. Oh, never. Especially not now. So they're going to be doing nothing. The only thing that might happen is a little switch up with Mitch, Abby, and Scott.
Do you think? I don't know if Abby was feeling him.
She rejected him that first convo.
Exactly.
So I agree with you, but I think maybe she's just like, might as well like play into it. This is her Love Island experience too, even though she just got here.
Yeah.
But I just think everything's going to fade into everyone's forgiven from movie night. We had no blowout. Like there's seasons where movie night needs a part 1 and a part 2.
Yes.
You know, and we're just not getting that this season.
Well, our hope was for Tyreek.
Right. And he forgave and forgot.
Would have loved some Zach with Katie to stir Molly up, but clearly Molly would have seen that because she was out of the villa.
I was gonna say, why didn't Zach have a clip? But that's why, because Molly was right there. But Zach's clip could have been from before Molly got back in, but then she was watching the episodes live.
Or just exactly.
So yeah, I guess
just
there was no point.
Literally just came to that thought.
Right. As I was saying, I was like, oh, this is why. Okay.
Exactly. And I guess we can start by saying the Mitch thing. All the boys are bringing up the Mitch thing. They find that weird, which we were finding that weird as it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so old, like so long ago. Anything to comment on that?
I just like can't. I'm trying to scrape up some care, some fucks to give, and I just can't do it. Like I really just don't care about that storyline.
Here's my theory.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, a recoupling is coming tomorrow.
Yes.
Editors, they're filming 3 days before us. So they know something we don't know. This is where I think they start showing us things where maybe Mitch is the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch is doing all these things. Then Scott going in for Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Then is it going to be Abby has to choose between Mitch and Scott, and now we're like, ooh, what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
It's always that wild card like Zach and Whitney. It's
right.
that wild card of like, did people tell Scott? Like, did someone tell Ella to be like, go talk to Abby?
Yeah, someone has to. You're right, though. They are like setting us up to skew our thoughts. You know, they're wanting us, they're trying to lead us in the direction they want us to go.
It's either are Abby and Scott now a thing, and everyone's rooting for Scott and Abby, and we all hate Mitch because Mitch is about to be dumped, or is it just to like keep Scott in the running for a little bit while it's not obvious that Scott's going home?
Right. It could be either one of those. Yeah. Because at the end of the episode, it seemed like Mitch was in the guy's good graces once again. So he didn't to me, Mitch doesn't look like a villain. He just looks like someone who's trying to be good TV.
He looks like an idiot.
Yeah, he looks like a moron.
Exactly. Like, I don't think anybody cared. He apologized. He did the right thing.
Yeah.
I think he just kind of talks out the side of his mouth, and it's now televised.
Right. Like that. Like we all gonna catch up with you. Right. When every conversation you have is recorded. Right. Exactly. Like it's gonna catch up faster.
Oh my God, I'm a nightmare.
I would die.
I would literally look so bad as I am.
Oh my God.
So I and Ella squash it, which is really boring for our part. I did see Whitney being like, or Ella's like, we didn't kiss, and in the dressing room, and Whitney's like, or like in the bathroom, and Uzi was standing there. And she's like, he kissed me right here. And she was touching Uzi's face. And Whitney's like, if you say that happened, then we believe you. Like, we don't know what
I caught onto that too. Like, I caught on to Whitney being like, yeah, whatever you say.
Exactly.
Which is code for, we all know what happened. And it's not what you're saying happened. But it's like, just give it up, Ella, because Tyreek's not even mad. Just like,
I know.
Just pretend it didn't happen.
A letdown.
I know it.
Okay, so then I caught a side combo of Kat and Leah. They're in the dressing room, dressing down, like getting ready for bed. And Leah's hung up on the Scott comment. And she was like, that's so or Catherine goes, that's so disrespectful. And Leah's like, yeah, but we've been saying this. We've said this.
Yeah.
And that was definitely a cut combo. Like there was more to that conversation. So there is conversations about the way Scott moves.
Yeah. So
now we are in the hot seat because we are trying to figure out why they don't like him. And so we've been trying to figure out if Scott is bad, and then they come for us because we said Scott is bad.
Right.
I don't think Scott is bad. I don't know what to believe.
Right. We're just trying to decode these messages.
Exactly. We're doing your dirty work for you.
Right. And it's really hard.
It is. He's a mystery.
But he doesn't
love
get
him.
But he doesn't get airtime. What's to love about Scott? Everyone who loves Scott, name 3 things about Scott. I can't name a single thing. Like,
he was loyal.
Mm-hmm.
This is their argument.
Right.
Play
Okay.
devil's advocate. He's loyal.
Okay.
The comment he made was a joke, and I was like, I literally like had to snap back on these YouTube comments because after like 7 comments of being like, he's joking. What show are you watching? And I'm like, yo, we know it was a joke.
Right. We said it was a joke. Funny.
Yeah. But you're in the hot seat, so you can't make jokes like that. That's our point.
Right. Like, also, it's just like, that wasn't it could be a joke, but it wasn't a smart joke. It was dumb. And it makes you look like you're playing with like the little shy girl in the villa. It's not going to make you look good.
Yeah.
And
it was just too bad timing for that joke. I understand it. I'm all in for a good joke. I laugh at everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was bad timing right after you say you're all for Catherine. And then to make this joke, it's joking but not joking. It's like when a guy's addicted, he's like, I'm joking.
Yeah, I hate that.
Like, shut up.
Right. But like, the fact that you just were joking is still mean. You can still joke and it can hurt someone's feelings and it hurts. And I'm not saying this. I don't think we should be offended by every joke because I think we're in a time now where every little joke could be like offensive and I don't want to get into that. But it just like, it didn't make him look good. It wasn't a good look for him. I'm not saying we should hate Scott and, set his house on fire. I think it was like a poorly timed joke and that's fine. But also, we're just trying to figure out why every girl in that villa seems to hate Scott. That's where we're trying to come from. We're looking through that lens, okay?
Exactly.
We don't hate Scott. We don't know Scott. I couldn't tell you anything about Scott. Scott's not funny. Scott's not like, I can't tell you what his personality is because I just don't think we've seen his actual personality. He's just kind of faded into the background with whoever he's with. Even with Abby, I'm not really getting like his personality. We just saw a 30-second convo. I mean, we just don't see that much of Scott,
No, we see a lot of flirty.
Fluff.
Okay, so shout out J. Lou on Insta. He was like, you should have a guy come on so that you can have a guy's perspective, which I was like, good point.
Would love that. Yeah,
fair enough.
What is the guy's perspective? Was he telling you?
Well, I go, how do you feel about Scott? And he was like, based off of what we've seen, he's definitely being treated unfairly. If it were switched between him and Kat, Scott would be public enemy number 1.
100%. And we did say that.
Exactly. Like, there would be no question. It would be like Jax.
Exactly. No, like,
and may he rest.
He couldn't survive if it was opposite. Like, he would have to be helicoptered out of there.
Agreed. It's like did you watch The Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Where when someone dies in Catching Fire, they like take her.
Yeah, just like with the
little prongs.
Yeah.
But he was like, there has to be stuff that happened that we haven't seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Leah said she never wants to speak to him again for something that wasn't that deep. Like exactly.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Which is what we said. And then he also said, also calling Sammy Lord Farquaad sent me. Which is a phenomenal comparison. But yeah, I don't know. Kat, I'm questioning her judgment here because she also believes Sammy when Sammy's telling her that the reason he acted that way with Mal is because Jess was getting to know Mitch.
Which is just so far from the truth. It can't. She got to know Mitch because you were getting to know Mal. Like, you can't throw that back in her face.
He's using it as the perfect cover-up,
alibi
to his
crimes.
Thank you. I'm searching for the word crime. No, I can't talk more about Sammy and Jess thing. Like, at the end of the day, what's it called? Make your bed, lie in it.
Right.
What's the saying?
If you made your bed, lie in it. If you lay with dogs, you get fleas.
Literally. That was such a classic.
And Sammy has fleas, you could tell.
Oh my God.
He doesn't care about Jess.
Literally, with those teeth. Yeah, you and these damn teeth. Like, Uzi
I don't
has
know.
bigger teeth than Sammy.
I don't know. It's like the way Sammy talks always. And like, I think I just have ingrained in my mind,
smile.
tasty, you know, tasty.
You're right.
Tasty.
It's open wide.
I'm just like, Jess, enough. Like, you know, but I don't want to go, you know, knock him for his looks. Like, he is a good looking guy. I mean, he obviously is like a very confident guy who has no problems getting to know whatever girl he wants to get to know. But he just like doesn't respect these girls. And I just like, so I think he's gross. So I have to like humble him a little bit. But I just think Jess is such a pushover. Like, she is just so in his web. She can't.
Easily manipulated.
It's so sad to see because he's trying so hard to justify his actions, but he's not even giving you like good justifications. He's just picking up like the easiest excuses he can find. You got to know Mitch. Yeah, but you knew that wasn't like real. And she kept telling you that and reassuring you.
It's like out of all the bad things he says in the conversation by the fire pit, but he's like, you know, I have feelings for you more. And she hung. It's like he says one textbook saying, not even like genuine,
right?
And that's what she's holding on to. Like he says it at the end. It's like a compliment sandwich, except the other way around. And Jess is like, but I heard him say that he liked me,
right? Like he garnishes a rude conversation with just a little bit of compliment.
Oh my God,
and she's like, but he likes me more than anyone else. It's like, no, he doesn't.
Just the way that he talks to her is repulsive. I really,
and I just can't get over that. That's just good chat. Like him just even talking to the boys being like, I just said it for good chat. What does that mean? You said it because you felt it.
No, that's bullshit.
Right. And
there's a straight up lie. And no one should be believing you.
But no one's like challenging him.
I know. What the hell?
It's so weird. So everyone can come for Scott, who actually did nothing. But no one can come for Sammy, who's like a criminal.
No, for real.
It's crazy.
Sammy's a con man.
He really is, because no one, not even the boys, are like giving him like a little bit of like, well, she really does like no, the girls aren't coming for him at all.
I think Katie like almost said it by the fire pit because she was like, you know, you've been easy with him or something like that. Like I felt like she wanted to say how it was, but Jess is just so far gone that no matter, you're just gonna ruin your relationship with Jess at that point.
Yeah, and that does happen too.
Exactly.
I do think the girls might be able to tell, like, no matter what I say to Jess, she's still gonna want to be with Sammy.
True.
So I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
But I'm saying no one's giving Sammy a hard time. Like when Sammy was there sitting there talking to Catherine, like she kind of let him go easy. They were talking in a group and he was like trying to justify, and she didn't really say anything back. That's why I can't remember. But like she could have. There was an opportunity there that she squandered away. I don't know if it's because he just
reminds me of someone who's really good at, like, it's like if you combat him, it's even more awkward. So no one does it. So it's like you're not even going to do it because you'll start feeling dumb. Right. Like he's very good at manipulating the situation. Clearly he has manipulated Jess gnarly amounts of times, but I lost my train of thought. The way that he's talking to Jess and he's like, I'm done talking about this again. I'm not going to talk. How can you say that when you I can't even talk about it.
It's not your decision to make when when Jess gets over it, because Jess has to get over it. So Jess decides how often you're going to talk about it.
Ew, you smug prick.
He'd be like the guy that cheats on you and then you end up apologizing to him.
Hey, honestly, are Catherine and Scott, Sammy the same?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Right.
Fair
comparison.
Game recognized game.
That's why she didn't knock. She said, listen, I'd do it a little bit more smooth than you're doing it.
She's like, let me pull you
over.
Let
me give you some pointers.
Even though it's kind of backfired for her. No one really like fucks with her anymore. Like the audience.
Yeah. She's lost the audience.
Yeah. And someone tweeted, was like, Elam and Catherine said they were going to build this empire, but yeah, we ain't seeing the bricks to build it. Because we really don't. I don't care about them.
No, I don't have any stake in them either.
No, none.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So it's like, but that's another couple that's going to be boring for these next 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, like, they'll leave. Because no one likes Elam.
Yeah, that's true. They could get voted out if
She
we vote out a couple.
She made a bad mistake when you watched her make the wrong decision.
She played herself too.
Literally. She could have gone straight for that $50K.
But I wonder why the producers, if Scott is like being disrespectful to all the girls in there, like I wonder why the producers won't show it, because it could make like Catherine's decision make sense.
Oh, right. I know.
Because they show Sammy being rude.
I know.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I don't know. I can't figure that one out. I feel like we'll get some information once these Islanders, like the OG Islanders, leave and start going on like podcasts and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we need like a main couple to dump. A last thing like what annoyed me about Sammy was that Sammy was like, every time we're on good terms, something pops up. It's like, yeah, you.
Right. No, you just continue to fuck up. And then you're like, why is she mad? And it's like, you guys are on good terms, but then another girl walks in and that just like muddies the waters for you. I can't stand him, dude.
I know. Okay.
And Jess is like,
oh my God, Jess is
just
like
open your eyes.
Ick, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Too much. Like, you can't even let him sweat it out for one full night.
No, she's so weak with that.
It's so bad. Like, let
Stand
him
your
sweat.
fucking ground.
Right. Just ignore him.
Don't like Mad Jess. It's like you got Mad Jess for like 3 hours, dude.
Right.
You got it easy, scotch free.
And then that second convo, when he said that, she was the one that first said, as long as we're okay. Like, Jess.
Oh my God, yeah. No, I heard that.
You're reassuring him when he like gets out.
It's so bad, dude.
She had one kind of mad conversation with him. And the rest is her being like, but we're good. I'm so sorry I got mad. That was like not a like, no, Jess.
So bad.
Oh my God. It's hard to watch.
It's so hard to watch. Then Uzi and Katie. Love. Yeah. She does need to like give a little bit more. I feel like also she's older, so maybe she's more reserved, but it's like you're on a Love Island show and you want to see flirt and banter and sex appeal.
And it's the last 3 weeks. Like, we got to see flirt, banter, sex appeal, like on repeat.
What is it? Something
gym,
eat,
tan,
sleep,
laundry,
crack on.
Oh yeah, eat, sleep, crack on.
What did I just say?
Forgot
already. What did we say?
It was like flirt, banter, sex appeal. Flirt, banter, sex appeal.
It wasn't banter.
Flirt.
I don't remember. This is pathetic.
This is so pathetic. Are you sure it wasn't banter?
No, it wasn't banner. Banner.
Oh, flirt. Dang, because I really want that to be the episode title.
Sound off in the comments. But yeah, no, like I think they're both really attracted to each other. I just want to see more of that because I'm loving them.
Yeah,
just like physically.
And I feel like is really into him because she keeps being like, back home, like I would actually go for you, you know?
Yeah.
So I think she's trying to be like, this isn't just because I'm on the show, like I'm into you.
Yeah.
So that was giving a little something, but yeah, she's like so reserved and like calm, cool, and collected all the time. But so is Uzi, it seems like. But I really
exactly like they're almost too.
Yeah.
I need to see more.
Sometimes that's hard though when two people are like too easygoing.
But isn't she supposed to be spicy?
She is. Yeah, she always was. But she was like 21 and now she's 27.
Well, we want some of that energy. That's why you were brought back as a bombshell.
Totally. So like let's just get a little bit of that.
Yeah, like give him something. Like you have to give something. This is Love Island. Like this is not like love at first sight or whatever.
Right.
This is marriage at the end. What is that? What are those fucking like when they get married?
Love is blind.
Yeah, Love is Blind. But it's just like you have to do something for us because we need to root for you and then we need to get you to the end.
Exactly.
Like we
would love to get you to the end.
You need subscribers.
Right. We need to be dropping you little like baskets of like care and stuff.
You need sponsors.
Sponsors. Exactly.
They need sponsors.
I would sponsor them.
Yeah. Who else?
But yeah, and Montel did his like big show of affection or redemption with that speech. I thought that was nice.
I'm glad he did it because this thing with Leah was really annoying. Like you needed to get over it, girl.
Yeah, and it seems like she's over it now, and I'm happy for them. Like that's fine.
Yeah, totally. They're just boring. I don't think they'll make it far. like them, but like carry on outside.
Mm-hmm.
Wish you well, but not for the show.
Yeah.
Abby and Scott. Do we think?
I don't know. Like we said, that first convo, she kind of was like, your person will come in, just like manifest it.
I know. And she's like, but let me go talk to Mitch. I was like, why would she like dip on that convo to be like Mitch? And he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. It's like, let me go talk to my dad. Let me ask my dad if you can come over.
Yeah. Let me ask my dad if he could drive us to the mall. It was so weird.
And she's like, then my head scrambled. Like, I think he was talking about more. Like, it caught her off guard.
Yeah.
Because obviously the night before, he's like, I wish I brought Gabby home.
Right.
Yeah. And then you're going to say that to her. And then you're going to wake up the next morning and go for her.
Yeah, no, it's just giving like survival mode, trying to stay on the island, like grabbing at any flotation device around while he's like just like swimming in the water. So I hope she doesn't fall for it because he's just like a little too Debbie Desperado and convenient for him to actually have feelings for you, or else like you would have heard about it by now. You guys been back for a while.
I think maybe it will be is it going to be a public vote tomorrow?
I don't know what's
we wouldn't have voted
tomorrow.
Tonight.
But I think
what if the Islanders will do a vote?
I
like
would
none of us
love to see an Islander vote.
Yeah. And are the girls or the guys going to pick?
I don't know. Are they going to recouple, though? Because we just have a lot of single people floating around in there.
I think they're going to recouple. And then are we out odd? Yeah, we're odd.
Who do we have more of right now?
I think more guys. Like, I think everybody's paired up except for Scott. Like, Scott got done dirty, dude.
Exactly. And so, like, no wonder he's pissed. Also, people were, like, in the movie night, to go back to that convo, like, everyone was saying the meanest stuff to him. Like, if a guy said to a girl, no one wants you, that's why you're alone.
Could you imagine?
Oh, my God.
And he was trying to say that. It's just, maybe he comes off like an asshole when he's trying to say it, but his point is right.
Because imagine if a guy said that to a girl. Like, no way.
No way.
In no world would that be okay. But, like, 3 girls can scream it at him and he's just supposed to, like, not say anything back.
Yeah. And, like, if you want to call it slimy the way he moved, he's, at the end of the day, was loyal, was standing up there by himself. So, like, what can we say?
Right. Actions speak louder than words. Like, you know, a
lot of theories on, like, guys don't like him. I don't know. People are for Scott. So, if Scott goes home, I'm worried what is going to happen to, like, the public.
Yeah. No, I know.
And to, like, the Love Island producers. They love him, when I tell you.
But that's, like, but
I've never seen a bad word.
To love about him? Like, I'm not saying love or hate him, but I just, like, I'm indifferent to him because I don't get him.
Let's say you believed everything that he was said and that there was no skeptics or whatever, if that's even a word. And you believed he was for Catherine, and then he stood up there by himself.
Yeah.
And Catherine treated him like that. That is the only way I could see why people are obsessed with Scott. And he got done dirty. Catherine was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And he's single, and he's about to get booted because he has nobody now.
It's like Shauna. Like, everyone was obsessed with Shauna, and Caleb, like, did her dirty.
Yeah.
But then, like, the public still backed Shauna. So, like, maybe it's something similar to that.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm so curious. Like, is someone going home tomorrow or it's just recoupling? We'll have to find out.
I hope it's bye-bye.
I hope it's recouple, send someone home, bang, bang, boom.
And maybe some bang, bang, booms.
Would love some bang, bang, booms.
All right, guys. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. So be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.